So guys, welcome back, and this is the concluding part of our previous video where we talked about how to create database within the Sage 200. So here we are going to be talking about licensing. So this is the second part, which is we're going to be talking more on the system database. The previous one we talked about the company database of Sage 200. Now we are talking about the system database, which is as well known as the common database. So the Sage common database. So let's look at how we can actually license or see information about our license. So if you have the Sage installed on a system, you can go to your help. Then from your help, you click on about. This is going to show you the version of the Sage you are currently working on. It's going to show you the registration details. Then also specify if it's going to be if it is actually a licensed one or a demo one. So there are three options of license within the Sage 200. So there is something called the demo, which is the demonstration, and this demonstration, what it gives you that it allows you for 30 days trial period. So you can do whatever transaction you have from beginning to the end. Just allows you to have a full access to all modules within the Sage 200, and as well you can use this maybe to actually know if the application is actually a good fit for you. Yes, it can actually know if it's a good fit for you with the demonstration. So when it comes to reporting and all that, you're going to get the full access. Everything is going to. The only thing is, I think the numbers of transactions are limited. So even though it is 30 days trial period, it doesn't mean that you can do all your transactions within it. I think that it's about 5,000 transaction line that you can actually do it. So whichever comes first, if it is the 30-day trial period or the transactions limit that comes first, that is when the system actually disables you. Though even if the 30 days has expired, you can actually regenerate a new demonstration period. I'm going to show you how to do that within the Sage. Then also we have another one called educational. So educational is more for students. You want to see how the system actually behaves as well, but you still have some limitations on it. But what I usually advise, whether you're a student, whether you're a company, or you're a user that you want to practice around, use the demonstration period for it. So use the demonstration period, because the educational would limit you in some aspects. One of the aspects I remember that now is the reporting. So you can have different report layout. So you're only restricted to a particular report layout, while on the other one you can have different report layout that you wish. Then also the third one, so I've talked about the demo license, I've talked about the educational license. So for the educational license, it's 365 days as well. So it's 365 days limit. So but the 5,000 transaction limit is also enabled. So whichever comes first. So if you decide, if you believe that you want to use it for you don't want to regenerate a company the system common at every point in time, you might want to use the educational aspects as well. So you can use the educational aspect, and then the third one, which is the license itself, which is getting full responsibility. So it gives you an annual license model rather than an outright purchase. So you can't actually buy off the Sage 200 evolution. It is the license you have is an annual license, and the annual license as well is driven by the module. So there are two types of modules, or the modules are divided into two types, which is the core modules and additional modules. So core modules are compulsory modules that allows you to do what's it called, to do your business process, to perform all your transactions within um, some kind of restricted process. So what I mean is this. So for instance, for every industry, there are five things that are common. So regardless of whatever thing you are doing, so you need a general ledger, you need account payable, you need account receivable, which is on Sage it is actually called um, it used to be called that as well before, but it has been changed. That is why you have customers slash sales, then you have payable, then you have suppliers slash purchases. So I'm going to mention them again. So you have general ledger as the core modules now. You have general ledger, you have customers slash sales, you have suppliers slash purchases, you have inventory. Let me just show you. You have order entry. I don't, okay. You have order entry, you have inventory, then which other one? I think there are five anyway. Let me mention them again. General ledger, customers slash sales, suppliers slash purchases, order entry, and what's it called? And inventory. So these are the five core modules that it is important for every organization. So they are actually known as the core modules when licensing in Sage 200 Evolution. Why the other aspects are they are not the core module, they are additional modules. So this application are actually designed um, on specific purpose. That is, instead of us having a general module. So depending on the industry you belong to, so this processes, your processes can be handled with this additional module. So for instance, the BOM, which is manufacturing, more or less like manufacturing, fixed assets, retail POS. So these are additional modules. So they are spectacular to their respective industry. Annuity billing, all that are specific to their kind of what's it called, industry. So for instance, not everybody needs a BOM to be able to work on the system, and you can as well do those kind of process. You can create some kind of processes through your general ledger or perform your transactions within the core modules, even though you are in the manufacturing industry. So it is also good to start with something rather than you saying, oh, it is not applicable. So if your budget is not within acquiring a BOM, if you're in the manufacturing industry, you can just focus on the core modules. So because these things are billable differently. So even if you're on branch accounting is actually billed differently from the core module. So that is the essence of core modules and additional modules or add-on modules, like I have explained onto you. So for if you are using a demo, if you are using a demonstration license, you are going to have all the modules I have mentioned. You are going to have all the modules. The only difference is that you are only limited to 5,000 transaction lines. So 5,000 transaction lines, not transactions, but transactions line. You are limited to 5,000 transaction line, and like I said, I said 30 days. The same thing to educational. So educational is 365 days. So it's 365 days as a year, and as well 5,000 transactions online. So whichever comes first, would disable the license or the access into the application. So let's look at this for instance. So this is this. So if you are going to register your license, you are going to register your company or your Sage Common. You click this registration. So welcome to the Sage 200 Evolution Registration Wizard. I click on next. So you would have to supply a company name. For instance, if I'm using this, if I'm trying to register this particular what's it called? If I'm trying to register this particular company, I'll just click on this. I don't have access to this, but I'll tell you what to do. Let's move on. So if I click on next, so it generates a pin. Look at this pin. So this is a pin that is actually sent to your what's it called, to Sage itself. So your business partner gets this pin and send to Sage, or Sage requests for this pin, and with this pin you generate a registration code. So without this pin, they can't generate a registration code. And the first letter of your pin actually shows the version range that you have. So with this, Sage consultants or business partner or Sage would know that, oh, this particular queue is for, let's say, version 10. So this is for version 10, like that. So there are different alphabets to the version that you are using. Then when you supply this pin, they give you another they give you a registration code which you are going to enter here. So it is good for you to note that this registration code, this pin must not change, and when it does, each system generates its own pin. Each system generates its own pin. That is, wherever you want your Sage Common to reside on, generates its own pin. So, and also it is advisable to stay out of this changing of company name anyhow. You can't just come here and say you just want to change the company name at this point. You can't change. For instance, let me show you something now. Look at this Q91526. Okay, let me just 915 Let's go back. Let's say 915926. So let me say this limited. Let's say this. 915926. If I click on next, you can see it has changed. And so it is important for you to note that you can't just come here and say you want to change. So whatever name that you have used in registering with Sage, it is the same name that you must stick to. So I would advise that maybe you should have a copy of whatever you are entering here. Case sensitive, please. Case sensitive characters or space or those are very sensitive to it, so you need to understand that as well. So I can just, if I move back now and just do next, you can see it has brought back that same pin for me. And as well, it uses it's also registered, take note, or it takes note of your SQL server name as well. So your SQL server name as well mustn't just change anyhow. Then don't try to play smart. Don't try to circumvent the system. It is advisable so that you don't put yourself under unnecessary pressure. So circumventing, you might decide that you want to change the dates and maybe back. After registering the date, you now decide to take the dates backward So just leave it as it is. Otherwise, this also affects your registration. It's automatically disabled. Immediately the date changes, it automatically disables your registration. So it is important for you to note that as well. Try not to circumvent the system. So now if you enter that, you just click on next and the system registers that for you. So that aspect of registering your common database is cleared. So let me cancel this now. I'll try to cancel this. So I want to show you something else. Let's assume your Sage Common has expired. I told you that your Sage Common is where your license are, and if you are using, if you're on license, if you're licensed, if your Sage Common is licensed, you don't need to do what I want to explain to you. If your Sage Common is licensed, don't bother to do this thing I want to do. And also you must be a system, what's it called, an SQL administrator to be able to do this as well. So if let me say I want to show you something. You remember that when I want to log in, the system requires that at point of logging in, it tells me, you can see the demonstration period will expire in 25 days. So if it is licensed as well, if your company is licensed, your demonstration, it won't be, maybe, yeah, so 365 days is going to, which is annual license, that's what it's going to. So you're not going to see this coming, but you only get this popping up when it is 60 days to expiration. So 60 days to expiration, the system start prompting you, oh, you need to get your system license in 60 days time, 59 days time, 58 days time. So start counting until the last day. So for you to have your system resubscribed, let me say renewed, so you need to go through your business partner. Then your business partner will contact Sage to tell Sage, as long as nothing has changed in terms of the registration, yeah, you can request, and they give you the new license. And at that time they have your PIN, so they just generate another registration details for you and send to you. Then also note something. You might be wondering that, oh, what if we change server and all that and all that? Yeah, it's possible. You must have a good reason for changing. So if you have a new server, you can as well write your business partner explaining to them, oh, we changed our server, and it's good as long as it's not constant, it's not a continuous thing, it's not a regular thing you tell them, so it does not stay it does not stay affect anything. So what they will just do is that they'll contact Sage and that. But when it becomes a regular thing, oh, you have a shutdown today, it's not coming on tomorrow, then it's obvious that something is wrong somewhere. You understand? So you need to stick to that. So, but if you are on demo, you don't need to contact Sage for anything. So all you just need to do, as at this point, look at this. Your registration period will expire in 25 days. Let's assume this has expired, which is, let's say it has expired. The system will definitely tell you that your demonstration period has expired. So in a period whereby it is expired, that's what I'm telling you. So if this has expired, so let me just say, I'll call this later. Then let this come up. But I'm going to exit it again. Trying to wait so that the system So it's loading of features onto the system. Okay, so now it's fully loaded. So there's something I want to show you. Let me show you this. I'm going to close this. Now, what we want to practice now, or what we want to demonstrate now, is assuming your demo has expired. So your grace period has expired. So let me log out of this. You need to be an administrator, or you must be conversant with the SQL to be able to do that. So you can do like this. So you open your SQL engine. You open your SQL engine, then you see all the database. Um, let me just refresh this. So you can see this is the training database that we just created, and all this. Look at this is for the search common. So your registration goes into this. The details of the registration goes into this. So I'm going to close this. Let me delete this, for instance. Let me delete this. I want to delete this. Now, why am I deleting this? Please, if it is a license, don't delete. If you delete, you're already creating a problem to yourself. You won't be able to access the system fully. So, but this is for a demo. So if your registration type is demo, then you might want to do this. So then also, like I said, if you customize a kind of report layout and all that, if you delete this, your report layout is gone. So you might want to keep your report layout somewhere, so that you must have exported it somewhere. Then it is also advisable to always have your customized report layout exported for safety. So in case anything happens, you can always import it back into the Sage 200 evolution. So so if for instance it has expired, I can decide to delete these or create more. So all I just need to do is just to create a new one. And if I want to create a new one, I'm going to show you. So let's assume I want to create a new search common. I'll just come here. Let's say I edit this and I click on new or next. So here now I can give it any name. So I can give it any name I wish, but it is always good to use search common so that it gives you an idea that okay, this is the complete database for search. So then you can extend the names or just give a name different from the search common. So from here it will automatically create a common database for you. Otherwise you would have to delete. So for instance, if you want to test that you have a company registered, so you can do the same thing. All you just need to do is just to give it a different name. You just give this common database a different name. So it means that you will be having a demo registration, and you will be having a what's called a full license database. But why do you want to have demonstration when you have the license? So it doesn't actually make sense. So you might want to just stick to what you have. But this is for demonstration period. So for demonstration period, what I would do is I will delete this. I had 25 days, so maybe I want to extend it back to 50 days, to like 30 days. So I'll just go like this, come here, delete. All I just need to do is to delete this. So Sage Common is deleted already. So I'll just come here. So here, see the same process. So instead of me giving it a different name, I'll give it the same name. Then I click on finish. A common database was not found there. You want to create, I'll just click on yes. But wait, I don't want to create that yet. I want to do something so I can show. Okay, you want to create? Yes, I want to show you something. Let's see. Okay, I can still show you. Okay. So what the system is doing is that it's trying to load whatever um, that is needed within the search common database, the table that are actually needed for that to keep loading. Let's wait for it to do that. So at this point, I'm regenerating another Sage Common extension. So I want to go back to 30 days. Maybe it has expired or 2 days more or 3 days more, but I want the full 30 days. So that's why I'm doing it. So it does that, then so it's still going. So let's just wait for it to do that. So when it's done, what do we do next? We just click on finish. Let's wait. So, so if you have more questions regarding this, you need more information, you can send us an email address or call us. I have my phone number on the description and anywhere around this video. You can get information to contact me. Then we can help you implement this search seamlessly. Yeah, we can do further things with this search. So yeah, so now just like the system would require you click on next. Now the system will require you to supply a company name. So whatever company name you are registering with is the same company name you would have to stick to based on what I've explained earlier. So now I'm not using license, now I'm using demo. I told you that there are three options. So you have license, demo, educational. I explain what each of them does. Now you can see that demo and educational are split into two. We have the stage 100, we have the stage 200. Yeah, so it is just based on the modules that will be involved. So if I click on demo 100, it means that it is a particular um, just like you have Sage 200. So it's another product for Sage they call Sage 100 there. But I think it has been phased out, so there's nothing like Sage. So but what the Sage 100 will do is that instead of giving you a full access to all modules, it's only limited to I think just the core modules, yes. It gives you just the core modules. But when you do the 200, it gives you opportunity. When you do core modules alone, it means even though you are licensed on core modules, you can't, you have to upgrade to Sage 200 to have the add-on modules. That's what it means. So we will be using the Sage, we will be using the Sage 200, yeah, for this purpose. So like I explained to you, I explained what educational is, but we are going to be using demo. So whether you're a student or not, you can use the demo version. But know that every month, which is every 30 days, you are going to regenerate a Sage common. But with this educational,
it's going to give you a full year, and as well, both are limited to 5,000 transaction lines, as well as for the educational. Educational does not allow you to have some access like report layout, so it doesn't allow you to do that. Then also, if you are a company and you are using educational, you can't upgrade educational to license. So as a company, you have to start with demo. So your database, your company database will still be intact when you license your system. But if it is educational, you can't get your uh, you won't be on license anymore. You can't upgrade. So educational seems not to keep the company's data. So for that long, or I don't know. But it is advisable to use your demo. Then I'm going to use this as let me say Pinmetrix Limited. Or let me say Pinmetrix Training Institute. So all I just need to do is just to, so this would not ask you for a pin, but why this would ask you, let me just show you. This would ask you for a pin. This would supply a pin, but if I go back and choose save this, you can see. So the system assumes that we are only going on 30 days. So I click on finish, then I click on finish, then I click on um, login. Okay, so watch now. You can see your demonstration period will expire in 30 days. Before we had 25 days or 22 days, but now we have 30 days. So just the same way, if you have your demonstration period expired, so you can do the same process and you can log into the system. Then let me say later, I can register later to the system. Try it to load. Let's wait. Then boom, we are in it already. This does what usually happen. If you notice you are waiting for long and you're not getting this screen come up like this, if you hover this icon there and you have a white something coming up, all you just need to do when you click this, sorry, when you click, you come here, then you see this maximize, and then we just click on maximize and to come up. You have the iron. So now this is what you are going to have. You are back to your screen, and that is that about that. So thank you for joining me in this session. Please subscribe, like, share, make comments, and tell us where to improve on, and give us suggestions on what you would need us to talk about on any ERP solution, even if we are not familiar with the ERP solution, because we want to give you the best, we would have to learn as well so we can give you the right solution. The processes are all the same, but navigating around this solution is what is different. Based on experience, we've used different ERP systems. I personally have used Sage Evolution, Sage 300, Sage X3, then what else? Then Sage People, Sage 300 People. So and Sage 300 itself. So I have. over 13, 14 years experience in ERP solution. So I am sure that you are in safe hands if you come to us with issues that you might be encountering. If you are trying to procure a solution, you want us to help you, assist you in the process of selecting a suitable solution that fits your business need and can afford or within the budget that you are looking out for. Please don't hesitate to contact me today. Thank you. Bye.